We're at the Evansville Wartime Museum. Today's date is May 11th, 2025. In the background, you see a plane that's a B-29. It's called DOC, D-O-C. It's one of two planes that are flying at the present time, and today's May 11th, 2025. There are 27 stagnant displays of B-29. In World War II, there were 1,600, and they made a total of 3,700, including the war. So we have a gentleman here. Say your name, sir.
Tommy Claypool.
Tommy Claypool, and he's from over by Owensboro. He's an Air Force veteran. Give us your birthday, Tommy.
2/13/38.
Okay, and he's going to talk about, he has three brothers in World War II. Let's first talk about the one that was in that type of plane.
Okay. My oldest brother, Chester, was on the island of Tinian, and he was a radar bombardier on B-29. He made 35 missions over the hump and dropped those weapons on Japan.
Okay, so he was both, so he was on Tinian and also in Japan and dropped things, and he also did the hump as well.
Yeah, but they flew over the hump to get there. From Tinian to
from
Japan.
Calcutta to
Yes,
get
sir.
Japan. And also he was one of the first, was he one of the first pilots to go to Europe or not?
No, sir.
No.
As far as I know, he wasn't in Europe. He said,
Most of these B-29s didn't go to Europe. They went to Japan. And so he's in Tinian, 38 missions, and he's a radar man. And those trips were 6 hours one way, 6 hours back. A lot of gas is used, 6,000 plus gallons. That plane holds 9,000 gallons or so. 4 big engines, 3,300 horsepower each. So did he tell you anything about the missions?
well, he just told me that he got hit by a kamikaze on the way home one time and said they had to throw everything off the airplane and limp back on 2 inches, but they made it safer.
Did they land in Iwo Jima or did they land at Tinian?
Tinian. He
Yeah.
always flew off of Tinian.
Yeah. Was he ever scared except for that one?
And I think every time he was, he said he had to punch himself to get on that thing.
Okay, that's pretty. What was his name?
Chester V. Claypool, Jr.
Chester V. Claypool. And was he born in Owensboro area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you had 2 other brothers in World War II.
Yeah.
Tell us the next one in chronological order.
Okay. I had 3 brothers graduate Davis County High School in the class of 1942, 5 months after Pearl Harbor. Chester was first. The second was Harry. He landed at Normandy one day after D-Day. He fought through Patton's Battle of the Bulge.
So he, Normandy, D-Day +1, and then helped with Patton's Battle of the Bulge. And he came back alive.
Yes, sir.
And then, so he's born in 42, or graduated high school in 42. Then what's your other brother? That was Chester. What's your last brother?
Bobby, excuse me.
And what'd he do in the war?
All right, he was a radio operator on the B-17.
B-17. And was he in Europe?
And no, sir, he never got out of the States. He said he was signed to go to North Africa. That war ended. He was then signed to go to Europe, and that war ended. Then he was set to fly to the invasion in Japan. Harry dropped the bomb. He said, "Thank you, Harry."
Yeah, Harry Tripp wouldn't have dropped that. He might not be here today. We might not be here. Now tell us what you did in the service and tell you when you did graduate from high school.
Okay. I graduated from high school in 1956, Davis County High School in Owensboro, and I'm the youngest of 6 boys. All 6 of us have served in service.
Wow.
Now, my 4th brother was in the Navy in 1940, right after the other boys, and I had a younger brother, 1 year older than I am. We both joined the service. And I went to tech school in Texas. I spent 2 years in Japan, and I finished my service in Savannah, Georgia.
So he was working out of Kadena Air Base in Japan, over in Okinawa. I was there as well. My dad was there as well in World War II. So you were there in 1960, my dad was there in 45, and I was there in 78. It's Kadena and Okinawa. That's a southern island below Japan. And it took us about 2 or 3 months to overcome that war. It was supposed to be gone in a month, and it took all the way to June to conquer the Japanese in Okinawa. They're very tough to beat the Japanese on their own land. Now, tell us, again, Mr. Claypool, tell us about freedom and tell us, you got 6 people in your family that are all military. They must have believed in our country and defended it. Tell us about that.
Well, that's every one of us graduated, but we love America. You know, America was good to us. You know, we were, Mom and Dad went to church every Sunday, and I remember the boys were in service. I remember my mother praying for those boys, and I'm sure she prayed those guys back, you know.
And 3 brothers. Remember, we had the Sullivan brothers, all 5 brothers. We lost them in the Navy, World War II. But you had 6 of you, but only 3 during World War II. And they couldn't serve in the same theater because of what happened to the Sullivan brothers.
Yeah.
But we thank you for your service and thank you for your time. And you're going to send us a write-up on these 3 brothers so we have them in our archives and our write-up on yourself as well, and even your other 2 brothers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Claypool.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Enjoyed it.